What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Palantir Technologies and how they potentially, over the next 10 years, are going to be the top player in a $16 trillion market. And these contracts that they would be receiving would all be coming from the United States government. So this is very big news. We briefly touched upon this concept in one of my last Palantir videos. And then I did a little bit more research into it just to see how big this deal could possibly be for Palantir. We're going to go over all of the different aspects of the information that we have available to us right now and what it's going to mean for Palantir going forward. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, valued up to $1,850, make sure you check out that link down below in my description. All you have to do is sign up for an account, deposit over $100, and you get those 2 free stocks. Now, this is also a great way for you guys to help out and support the channel if you guys would like to, because when you guys get 2 free stocks, I get a free stock as well. And if you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So looking at the chart of Palantir for today, we actually opened up pretty deep in the green and then had a very significant sell-off. So at the current time that I am recording this video, as we can see over here, Palantir is currently down almost 4% on the day. Now, we do have demo day coming up in just 2 days. It's going to be an event that occurs during the market hours, so any of the information that comes out of this event could move the stock a lot. So typically, when a company like Palantir has such a large event like a DoubleClick demo day coming up, we typically see a lot of action on the option chain in terms of unusually high open interest, and that is exactly what we are seeing with Palantir, but it is all across the option chain right now. People are very bullish on Palantir going up in the next couple of days. We can see that these 25s have an open interest of 63,000 with a volume today of 40,877. We can see that this number is not going to be the final number of today. The volume is updated throughout the day, and then you can kind of see the final tally at the end of the day, but the open interest is updated daily. So depending on if the majority of these contracts being bought and sold right here are buys and sells, this open interest number could jump up a significant amount more, which would really give us an indication where options traders are betting that Palantir will go in the short term. Now, we also see these 30s have a 70,750 open interest. This is actually really crazy for a company to have this high of an open interest on these super far out of the money contracts with such low time to expiration. As we can see here, April 16th, 2021 is when these contracts are going to be expiring. So that is this Friday. So it's really, these contracts are really risky, and all of the money that people are putting into these plays could expire worthless. Now, when we look at the calls and see an unusually high open interest, we do have to look at the puts as well. So when we come over to the put side, we can see that there's not anything crazy. The highest open interest we see right here is going to be 23,595 contracts being held in people's brokerage accounts on these 20s. I think a lot of these are most likely a hedge for people playing Palantir both ways if it goes up or down going into demo day, but we can see that it's much more weighted to the call side, and we aren't seeing nearly as high of a volume. So recently, the Pentagon held a press briefing in which they talked about AI, artificial intelligence, and its applications and where they see this technology going and how they are going to use it in their day-to-day activities. So there are 2 main sections of the actual briefing in the transcript that I want to bring to your guys' attention that I think is extremely important. So right here, this one is going to occur 17 minutes and 56 seconds in. So as the NSCAI work reveals, we have a generational opportunity here. For AI to be our future, we must act now. We need to start putting these places into place now. So I want to quickly describe our position through 2 different lenses. One is competition and the other's opportunity. First of all, with respect to AI competition, I think it's illustrative to talk about the economic impacts of artificial intelligence as a first order. Economic forecasts predict an AI economy of $16 trillion. a 16 trillion AI economy in the next 10 years, and this could amount to a massive GDP increases of 26%, as high as 26% for China, and as high as 15% as the United States to participate in this competitive AI marketplace. So $16 trillion right here is up for grabs in this AI economy over the next 10 years. So what does this have to do with Palantir? Well, we're going to have to scroll down a pretty significant way in this actual press briefing. This is a long press briefing, so let me just get to where I want to show you. It's going to be around the 50-minute mark and right here. So, but to me, we already kind of have an answer for you. AI gives you a tool that we've never ever really had. One of our commissioners, Ken Ford, refers to this as AI gives commanders eyeglasses for the mind, and I thought it was such a pithy observation. It helps look through enormous amounts of data that a human would be incapable of interpreting, and the AI is able to find patterns, make inferences, etc. So that's what we mean by human-machine collaboration. You let the machine do all the hard number crunching and stuff like that, and you leave the commander, the human commander, to exercise their creative spirit and their initiative and their understanding of the broader strategic concept. This sounds exactly like Palantir, exactly what Palantir is doing with their Foundry, Gotham, and Apollo platforms. So this was the main hint that suggests that the Pentagon is looking to Palantir for more of these contracts. And this $16 trillion market goes right along with what I have been saying time and time again with Palantir. People have come out and said, as we'll take a look at later, Palantir's total addressable market at the current time is X amount. And I disagree with all of that. I think that Palantir's total addressable market at the current time is very unknown. They are an AI company, they're a data analytics company, and we don't know where the market sizes of these different sectors are going to go in the future. They can work with all types of different companies, government agencies. They're really a jack of all trades in the technology that they are able to provide for these companies, which is why I think this $16 trillion AI market is going to be so important for them. And before we move on, I want to give a quick shout out to this Reddit poster over here for compiling these two links, the actual transcript, and giving me one of the ideas for this video. And then there's another YouTuber out there, Tom Zuzzolo, that also made a video about this. So if you want to go check out and learn a little bit more information from a different perspective, make sure you go check out his video as well. Now, this situation also has to do with these things called impact levels. So it's essentially the security clearances that companies like Palantir are able to receive. And you can see by this chart, we can see that Snowflake only has this impact level 2, and then it moves to impact level 4. Now, if you read into these impact levels 3 and 4 were merged together, so there technically is no impact level 3. It's just one umbrella term for impact level 4. So we can see Snowflake and Google are at impact level 2, SAP, Salesforce, and Oracle are at 4, and Palantir is at 5. Now, I have seen Microsoft Azure also at impact level 5, but it's very difficult to find all of the lists of companies that are at a specific impact level, especially with Microsoft, because it's not Microsoft in total that has this impact 5 level clearance. It's their specific programs. So you really have to read into it, but there are a couple of other platforms and programs that companies offer that do have this impact level 5 service. But as we can see here, Palantir is aggressively trying to get into this impact level 6 clearance. Now, what this is going to enable them to do is get more contracts that other different companies will not be able to have access to because they don't have the security clearance to access this information. So this is a very good sign. And when we come over here, this just kind of goes over all of the different certifications and what exactly these clearances are. And we can see here the impact level 3 is no longer in use, and it has been merged with level 4. So impact level 1, unclassified information approved for public release, no longer in use, has been merged with level 2. So these are all merged together. So it's basically 2 and 4 right here. And 4 is going to be controlled unclassified information, mission critical data or information that requires protection from unauthorized disclosure as established by law or policy. Designating information at this level is the responsibility of the owning organization. And then 5, which is where Palantir is at the current time, controlled unclassified information. So CUI by controlled unclassified information, requiring a higher level of protection as determined by the information owner, public law, or government regulations. This level also supports unclassified national security systems. And then 6, classified information up to secret. So information that is determined to be classified national security information or restricted data. This level requires a set of tailored controls similar to level 5 and includes classified information overlay control/control enhancements. Now, what I think is very interesting about this is that Palantir has been rumored to have had some sort of influential impact and role in the raid on Osama bin Laden. Now, it seems as if they were involved in this, we've seen Alex Karp kind of hint at this, but he's never going to come out and directly say it, that they would have had to have level 6 clearance. So I think it's possible that they were given emergency clearance for this and then it was revoked after, but it's really good to see that Palantir is continuously getting these government contracts and they're continuously really cooperating with the government in a variety of ways, not just having to do with the pandemic, which is one of the ways that I think Palantir is going to cement itself as the best data analytics and data analytics artificial intelligence company over the next 10 years. We also see that when we come over here that the total addressable market for Palantir is listed at around $119 billion. This means that at a market penetration of less than 1%, Palantir has room to go much higher in terms of its share price and valuation. Adding to this, the big data market will be worth $229.4 billion by 2025. So I think that this $119 billion number is very low. We've gone over this a couple of times, but I really think that Palantir's total addressable market at the current time is essentially unlimited. So that is going to conclude this update for Palantir. We have a lot of key events coming up over the next couple of weeks. We have demo day this week, so let's see how that goes. I'm expecting some great information to come out of this event, and then we also have Palantir's earnings next month. So that is going to be a very pivotal catalyst, and what's going to be different about Palantir's earnings coming up this time is that we don't have a share lockup period expiration looming 3 days after Palantir reports its earnings. So we could see a massive jump in Palantir that is not going to be essentially nerfed by the actual share lockup period expiration. So that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are able to mitigate some of your losses today. We are seeing a lot of red across the actual biotech market and the hyper-growth market that we talk about a lot on this channel, but there are some key winners that we've seen today. So hopefully you guys were able to mitigate some of your losses and are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.